It's unfortunate what happened to Honorable Akamba and how members of Parliament are being arrested is unfortunate. And that's what we've been talking about. Where there's rule of law, things are done differently. But on a second thought, I'm like, okay, anyway, let it happen to them. We've been speaking about these things and none of them was making a comment. I have not heard any of those members of Parliament talking about the crude way of arresting ordinary citizens. I think when such things happen, members of Parliament wake up to their task. We should condemn the brutality of this government in the strongest way possible, regardless of the status of the person whom they are handling that way. So what happened is unfortunate, but it puts NRM more in limelight for everybody to see what they are. That's what they are, and that's what they've been for some time. So we should not only speak about it because it has happened to members of Parliament, we should condemn it in the best way possible wherever it happens. Citizens should not be handled that way. People should be given the opportunity to be invited and appear, and only be arrested in case they have refused to respond to the summons. And the mode of arrest also differs. You don't simply just go and say, you just go and round off people like that. So it's unfortunate, but on the second hand, I'm saying like, okay, I think it's happened to the right people, so they wake up to the people's call. Parliament is in a recess. I am here because I had a meeting here. Parliament is in a recess. It is too early to conclude that members of Parliament are running away or not, until maybe tomorrow when we have plenary and see whether they'll come or not. But if anyone has been summoned to appear, just go and appear and explain your case. That's how things should be. Because now when they invite you and you decline to go, you hide yourself, then you're giving them the opportunity to behave the way they are behaving. So I'll call upon my colleagues to respond, answer what you have to answer, and then go out honorably. Otherwise, when you hide, it doesn't help. But I don't want to think that members of Parliament are hiding. MPs are in recess. They're not idle. What do you want them to come and do here? They have programs in their constituencies. They have personal things to handle. So they're doing the right thing the right time. When Parliament will be in plenary and they are away, then we shall question them why they are unable to represent people in the right time. Ekyatuse ku babaka Kibinyo, ekyatuse ku Honorable Akamba Kibinyo tukivumirira n'amanyi mangi, ensi eterimu mateeka bwekyo bwebeera. Buli omu ogana nolowooza nti gwe oli waggulu waakyo naye oba okyalologa nti zirinda b'olwange kababoneebone kubanga sitaaniyo oba oliawo nga neyeetuuse. So Kibinyo ntikyabaddewo ne bwe neefumiitirizanga ntikyaliose ne kibaawo. Akamba mukwano gwange nekyaliose ne kibaawo kubanga tuba twogera ku human rights, nze Akamba simuwulira nk'omu Parliament nga yogera ku human rights z'abaana be bakwata obubi babateeka mu drone babawamba tetumanyi gye bagenda. Twali twogera ku bantu baffe ababula. I didn't hear his name. I didn't hear his voice. So Kibinyo ekyabaddewo naye obaka kitutuukeko ababaka ba Parliament tusobole okuzuukuka tusimuke twogerera abantu baffe. Leero tulowooza tuli waggulu wankyo naye ono omusajja ayagala okwenyereza mu buyinza talina gwatajja kunyiga kusobola okubeera ng'abeerawo. Tusimuke nga bukyali tukikwatire wala nga tekinaba kubala ne kati kibatandiseeko nammwe.
I'm also a member on the Committee on Defence and Internal Affairs in Parliament of Uganda. I really want to condemn the way our colleague Honorable Akamba of Busiki County was arrested. It was inhuman, and we don't deserve to have such a member of Parliament whose address is known, who is not armed, to be harassed, to be arrested in such a way that our colleague was arrested. I really condemn it, and I condemn it in the strongest term possible. It was uncalled for. They used excess force to arrest our colleague, which should not be done, and it only reminds us of what used to happen in those other regimes that our NRM party says came to relieve people of. He was arrested in a very bad manner, and actually we should call police to come and explain why a member of Parliament who is number 13 in the order of precedence was arrested like a chicken.
Nti government eno n'oluvannyuma lw'okumala mu buyinza emyaka 39 ng'ebimu ku byo byegamba nti yenyumirizaamu kwe kulwanirira enfuga etambulira ku mateeka ne ssemateeka. Ng'oggyeko okugamba nti oli member wa Parliament, omuntu yenna alina okukwatibwa mu bitiibwa ate nga amateeka gagobereddwa. Era engeri omuntu gy'akwatibwamu bisinziira ku mbeera ez'enjawulo. Musango ki ogumuvunaanibwa, amaze ebbanga nga yeekweka, oba guno omusango si gwa butujju, si gwa kutta muntu, si gwa rape, si gwa defilement oba kuyeekera kujjako ggwanga. Naye ne bakeera ku makya ne bawamba omuntu n'amala essaawa 48 nga ne gyali tewamanyiddwa. Kimenya amateeka era kimenya ne ssemateeka yennyini. Nti mu byo engeri gye bakwatamu naddala nga memba wa Parliament eyeetwala yekka ku poliisi kyandibadde kitegeereka oluvannyuma lwa kkooti okumuta nti at least genda omutegere ewaka ewuwe oddemu omusamoninge oba summons nga memba wa Parliament bazitwalira speaker wa Parliament. Naye okumutaayiza n'omukwatira mu precincts za kkooti ng'ebya Black Mamba ebyabiriwo emyaka nga 15 emabega beetaaga bivumirirwe, bimenya amateeka ne ssemateeka. Ng'ate n'abamukwata tebe-identifyinze, balina emmundu, kibeera kitegeeza era kitengera okuggumiza nti gavumenti eno ebbanga lyonna yezzeewamba abantu. Era tewali lunaku na lumu lwe nsobola kuyimirira either nga ndi mu Parliament oba nga ndi wabweru wa Parliament n'enkijja ku gavumenti ya Mwami Museveni nti yekulembera okuwamba abantu, babawamba emisana, babawamba n'ekiro. N'essaawa eno nkyababanja Kanatta Muhammad ne Ssempijja Yuda babawamba. N'essaawa eno tetumanyi gye bali. It is very unfortunate that after being in power for more than 39 years, this government has continued to abduct people in broad daylight without following the law, without following the procedures as laid down in the law and as dictated by the Constitution. Either being a member of Parliament or not, everybody should be arrested with dignity. Whether it's the member of Parliament or not, the procedures are well laid down under the law. You have to summon the member of Parliament through the Speaker or summon him at his known address, not to simply go and abduct him in broad daylight and in the precincts of court. Even if Uganda Law Society has come out and denounced this, even the judiciary should stand firm, or you should stand firm and denounce the activities which are being committed by the state. The image of court is being destroyed. It is very unfortunate that up to now we don't know where he is. No communication has been made, and the people who arrested him were in plain clothes. We detest this, and we denounce it in the strongest terms possible. We only call upon state to prevail over its agents and prosecute them. Whoever is liable should be prosecuted. Abaganda bayina engero nnyingi ze baagera mu mbeera ez'enjawulo. Bwe mba nga nazizza omusango sisobola gumaza mbiro, gulina kuggwera mbuga n'eŋŋenda n'empoza. Kati buli mubaka ali eyo ng'atya okujja wano nti bajja mukwatira wano. Of course wano ku Parliament basobola kukwatirawo because buli obeera wano obeera ne immunity yo, era balina kukusanga wabweru wa Parliament. Naye nga mbakoowoola buli gwe babeera nga basamoninze atwala obuvunaanyizibwa okubeera nga yeetwala ku poliisi, kubanga kyanjawulo okwetwala ku poliisi n'okusanga mu kkubo ne bakuyoola. Ne kkooti ebyo nnyini ebikonsidaringa nti ono omuntu yeyeerese mu kkooti, lwaki muyoola bwe mutyo? Omuntu gwe bakutte obukwasi ne bamuyoola ne bamutwala mu kkooti tekyawukana ng'omuntu eyeetutte yekka mu kkooti. Eyo ensonga emu. Ensonga ey'okubiri, era Abaganda balina olugero olugamba nti guluma yaguzza. Omuntu yenna bw'aba nga alina omusango gw'abeerazizza alina okutwala obuvunaanyizibwa okwewozaako. Bw'aba teyeewozezzaako mwana wattu gujja mukka mu vvi era bamusibe. Kati baganda bange bonna basamoninze be bayita wano na wali, mugende mwewozeeko. Nange banaaba benze gwe bayise nja genda neewozeeko mu mbeera eyo. Actually, it is very much welcome for any person, any citizen to take himself and produce himself before court or before the police, wherever he has been summoned. It is presumed that by the time you bring yourself at police, it is very well presumed that even once produced in court, you can easily be granted bail because you are the one who produced yourself at police or at court. So I only call upon them to be reasonable Ugandans, to be leaders, and produce themselves at police or wherever they have been summoned. At the same time, I hear that they are in the hide. There is no reason as to why you should continue to be in the hiding. Please produce yourself. You cannot finish this case by running away. You cannot. The only way to sort out your issues, the only way to sort out this issue is by producing yourself.
Era kati yembeera eri mu bantu omu asuubira nti buli mubaka kati mubbi, buli mubaka kati ne bali abakyali mu kkooti bakyali suspect, naye buli omu agamba ababaka bali mu kubba, era omuntu bw'omugamba nti sirina ssente saawa zino ng'oli mubaka, era bajja agamba nti otulimba. Bw'omufunayo emitwalo 10 agamba wakirijanu badde 5 nga basuubira nti ababaka waliwo kati ssente, batutadde mu mbeera mbi nti ababaka buli mubaka kati mubbi. Era batusalidde omusango gwaffe wadde nga tetunaba nagenda mu kkooti. Yo kkooti ya public emaze otusalira omusango ng'ababaka nti tukozesa ssente mu ngeri etali ntuufu oba tufuna ssente mu ngeri etali ntuufu.
We are yet again giving you our regular update. We want to keep you updated on our activities so that we can move together. Today, we had another day yet, but we did not wind up as we had thought today. We are looking at tomorrow. Tomorrow, we hope, is when members of parliament shall be here as we convene for the plenary. So this table of record shall be active tomorrow. We hope the table to be active tomorrow. We are expecting members to come. So our issue is to inform the honorable members of parliament that there is much work to do. And it is more critical now than ever before because of the circumstances surrounding parliament. So as members of parliament who would wish to have the integrity, the sanctity of this house restored, this is the time to append their signature. And we call upon all members of parliament who have not signed, to do this because it can only be done this week. We want to serve a notice. We want to write to the Speaker of Parliament through the clerk to Parliament so that the 14 days can start counting, so that we have this motion as soon as yesterday. Number 2, when everybody is throwing stones at Parliament, it is now the turn of Parliament to rise up to the challenge. Parliament must demonstrate that we are capable of self-reinvention and self-cleaning. Never in the history of this house where criminal summons of this nature have been issued to members of parliament. Usually, police can issue summons over unlawful assembly, over disobeying lawful orders, etc. But this kind of situation we are in calls on the goodwill of those members of parliament, calls on the good conscience. Members of parliament must retain their conscience. However much we are battling against the forces, but the good conscience of members of parliament should and must be retained. It can't be easy when a member is running inside and out and all around. It's not easy. You see something is terribly wrong. And these are the circumstances we find ourselves in. Members are running after themselves. But we call upon members. There are those areas where we need the strict presence of members. I call upon my neighbors. For instance, I have my neighborhoods. Liantonde, why is Liantonde missing in the history of this country? My other neighbor is Rengo district. Why is Rengo district missing out in the history of this country? How about Kazo, Nyabushozi, Ibanda? Why must Bushenyi of all historical districts in the country? Bushenyi is missing in action. Mitoma, Shema, very wise people. They are professors there, very wise people. How come they are missing here? So we hope tomorrow, we are working on our list. Tomorrow we shall be giving an update of the names of members of parliament who have been added to the long list so far, who have signed, but we are impressed. The signing is still continuing. So tomorrow we are saying by 10 a.m., from 9:30 a.m., we shall be here. Members of parliament, there is no excuse. The other last point I wanted to make, as I allow Honorable Isingoma, one of the petitioners, to come in, there is no more excuse. Members of parliament were hiding behind the president. But now His Excellency the President, and we recommend him, and we commend him, and we thank him, and we will send his message to all members to listen. The President is saying the issues of commissioners, you continue with them. Don't involve me. Now, where is the government chief whip who had initially told the NRM members not to sign because His Excellency the President is going to guide? Now, he should be the one, the Honorable Hamson Obua, to lead a group of other members of parliament to come on this table of record and append their signatures. I want to thank you once again, but come rain, come shine, this week, this process must be off this table. It can't go beyond this week. And it is only fair that you come so that we start polishing our motion. Yeah. We start polishing our evidence. And I want to answer the senior members of this house. Where are they, the seniors? You can see, I'm happy and lucky that as others go out down, others emerge. The members have emerged to push forward this country. So for me, I've never been as optimistic as I am today, that the future of this country is not lost. As some fall down, others emerge. So let us be here, let us sign, and let us ensure that this exercise is. We've learned that those who had gone to Dar es Salaam, the chairman, Honorable Siaji, is back, and some few members are back, but they are still lying low. They are still lying low, but unfortunately, they thought that we would use Rule 109. 109, it would mean that the motion would expire in 14 days. But we used 110, and 110 makes it alive. It is open until after we've gotten our signatures. Then we can file a notice to the speaker through the clerk, and then the 14 days can start counting. But for now, we are in safe hands. And those members, thank you for the point, for those members who were hibernating in Nairobi and Dar es Salaam, you've come back, the motion is still open. Come and sign the motion. Today you all been here. The number of signatures shall be given in the general update. But the message we are having is we have very few manageable figures, slightly above 10. Slightly above 10. And those are the ones we are waiting for. Tomorrow. Please come give us the signatures so that the process can be set into. But you see, thank you. I don't know whether you're on record so that I can answer you on record. But let me tell you, Sechkubo Theodore is here. With my colleague, the Honorable MP Hoima East, I beg your pardon. We are here telling you that nobody Nobody is peddling the list for payment. Nobody. Yes, we don't have the 2 billion ourselves. Honorable Singoma, Sechkubo, and my colleagues whom we are petitioning this. We do not have the 2 million. A moment, I'm coming to that. We do not have the 10 million on ourselves. Sorry, the 2 billion. But we are worthy gold. We are not selling the motion.
And I think to add on that point, of course, you have to be conscious that as we are proceeding with this very important motion, there are detractors, those who would like to push us off balance for their own selfish, ends, and also with the motive of failing this motion to ensure that it doesn't reach the floor of the plenary. But for us, we are steadfast, we are committed, we are determined to ensure that this motion reaches its final conclusion. And I would like actually to thank the ministers who have given us signatures. Ministers have given us signatures, you know, members of the press. Honorable Namuganza came here and gave us a signature. Honorable, my minister in charge of Your Affairs, Honorable Jennifer Namuyangu, came here and gave us a signature. And I think 1 or 2 other ministers. So you can see that this motion, enjoys the broad spectrum of the political divide within the House. We have got members of NRM, many of them actually have given us, very many have given us signatures, members of the opposition and we independents. So you can see that this motion is actually by far the most important motion we have had, you see, on the floor in this parliament since we started. So I would like to encourage, I want to join my colleague, Honorable Seki, who has led us very, very well in this crusade, to appeal to the remaining members, very few now, to come and give us signatures so that we can conclude this very important process and now, have it debated. And I wonder why people are so scared about having a debate on this matter on the floor. Why should people be scared? If I was one of the people, affected, I would love to go on the floor, and vindicate myself, and we are talking about vindication. There is an allegation, you see. If you are innocent, you will bring up to the evidence, and the evidence shall vindicate you. You see? So that's what we are looking at. That's what we are looking for.